So today we are transplanting our dandelion seeds. They've gotten to little sprouts now. We're using a hybrid system. We have inside the bucket, we have an air stone. This air stone is hooked up to an air hose. We're filling the water up to about here in the bucket. We have a bucket that has holes in it and some lava rocks that you see. And yet they will hold some water and provides a little bit of solid for the roots to dig into. The lava rocks do break down and give off a few nutrients, but mainly it's to secure the sponges. What it does is it allows for an extra water layer. These will absorb and hold water underneath the soil. Pour some straight from this little bag of dirt into there. Okay, and I call it dirt. I guess technically it's potting soil mix. You finger tap it in with your fingertips, and we set this right in top. But these are important plants. These will be the mother plants for the next generation. They're the double dandelions that I got to grow. That was where one stalk had 2 flowers on it. Both of them were the pink dandelions. We're going to see if that was just a genetic abnormality, damage when the plant was a seedling, or if it carries on. Let's bring this in for a closer view. Got a mid-growth season update here on the double dandelions, and we just changed some things around on the tent because it's been hot in the building lately. We've gone from complete negative pressure to opening both vents, which still provides a lot of negative pressure, just not as extreme. You know, we are running 3 exhaust fans. With the tents zipped up, they do slow down. We raised the lights up considerably higher. We were getting some leaf tip burning. Plus it was hot in here, so that wasn't helping. We increased the size of 2 of the static fans because these oscillating fans never oscillate for very long, and then they spin slower. So we said fuck it and just went with 2 of these things. They provide enough to keep the air moving on each plant. You know, each one we check the air hoses, make sure that they're bubbling nice. We have the yes, I know we could get by with 1 air pump to do all 4 plants, but I want maximum air, so 1 pump for 2 plants because they're double pumps. So I wanted to show you the tent, show you what we've done. We also have each light on their own individual track bar, so we can put each light directly over the plant. Yes, that's overkill. We could get it done with less, but I want to see what maximum growth we can achieve, and that's what we're going for, and it's doing great so far. I mean, where else do you see a dandelion leaf that's, 3 inches across? Pink dandelion, the mildew problem. Oh wait, I guess it should be dun dun dun. Alright, so we had a mildew problem. This would be like week, I don't know, 100 or something, 40 or something, I don't know. We stopped counting a while ago because all the plants got heavily infected with powdery mildew. And because of that, all of the foliage died. I mean all. You see a couple of these stems left? These were green, and that's the only part that was left giving any nutrients to the plant. I will go through and pick them off too, because as you can see, we'd still have a few spots left. I've been treating it with different spray once every 2 weeks. Don't want to do more than that because you don't want to burn them out. They are coming back though. See? Ain't she pretty? But we lost all of the foliage. I thought the plants were dead. They came back from the root ball though. So I spray them and I treat them with a handheld ultraviolet C light. The next thing I'm going to do is put a mounted ultraviolet C light across the top that will flood this whole tent for a half hour a day with ultraviolet C, which will clean out all the spores out of the plants, out of the air. Yes, I know we have to clean the litter out of the bottom. That's from all the dried leaves that were falling off. Like I said, they just now are finished recovering and getting back into growth and sucking up water again. We've kept them in the same order if you've been wondering which plants were which. Here we go. Plant 1. Plant 2, which has been spurting off a lot of seed pods lately. Plant 3, extra deep. Did not seem to affect the amount of mold spores. I thought maybe the extra deep one might get more mold or not. Plant 4, no peat cup. Once again, plant 4 still looks very vigorous, even though plant 2 has been producing more flowers lately. Now, as I dig through some of these, though, you can see there is, in a few of them, now I won't be able to find them in this thick mat of leaves. Yeah, I could come through and thin these down quite a bit. But in a couple of them, there are, right there's one. See? New flowers budding up. So they are recovering. They are going to all be flowering here in the next 4 days probably for that one to bring up to full size like these. And then another week for it to open, to mature. This one's about to dry out and become a flower, a puffball. That's what you call them, proper name. This one will be ready to be pollinated and probably tomorrow. It'll open all the way up and start producing pollen. As you notice, breeding them, and I'm going to advance the generations through to get more powdery mildew resistant ones. Already been working on overcrowding. I didn't thin down the seeds. These are all that came out of one bundle of seeds. These are what I planted out another chunk. I didn't thin them down at all. I let them thin themselves down, figuring that as they overcrowded so that they'd be more crowd resistant. And their seedlings would be more crowd resistant, more aggressive. And now I'm breeding them to be mildew proof. Trying to get these pink dandelions to grow in my yard every year, as opposed to yellow ones. They're better for the bees. Bees can spot the color difference better, and butterflies. All right, well, that's all I got for this week. Puff, puff, pass, no parking on the grass. And I'm out of here.